bustling landscape of digital India, one name echoed louder than most: Paytm.
Paytm पर 1 रुपए प्राप्त हुए.
Even if you haven't used it, chances are you have heard of it.
Paytm karo.
And until not too long ago, it seemed as though Paytm, a name synonymous with payments in India, and its founder, Vijay Shekhar Sharma, the poster boy of India's digital ambitions, were unstoppable. But not anymore. Paytm has had a turbulent start to 2024. Its Paytm Payments Bank has been dealt a crippling blow by the banking regulator. It may well be the end of Paytm's banking ambitions and a brutal cut for its founder. Picture this: a young boy from a modest background, Vijay Shekhar Sharma, born in the heart of India with dreams as big as the sky. Raised in the humble town of Harduaganj in Aligarh, Vijay was the third among 4 siblings. His father, a school teacher, and mother, a homemaker. A child prodigy, he completed his schooling by the age of 14 and had earned his engineering degree by the time he turned 19. But his journey to the summit of India's digital realm was anything but smooth.
I did my schooling from a town near Aligarh, and it was Hindi medium school. I was class 12th I completed when I was 14-year-old, so I was a little early. I got this time to convert my Hindi medium knowledge into English medium knowledge, so I used to read 2 books together. So lucky to get into Delhi College of Engineering. Selection was easy, but education was tougher because I had this moment which in Hindi movie Tare Zameen Par happens when the teacher is teaching and your alphabets are flying because you do not know what teacher is speaking. In fact, I used to be class topper in my school days, and soon I had become a backbencher because when teacher was asking me a question I couldn't have answered, so out of embarrassment I started to become a backbencher.
Despite the odds stacked against him, Vijay's determination was steadfast. Back in 1997, when he was still in college, he started the website indiasite.net and sold it 2 years later for $1 million.
I learned one thing for sure, that money plays a big role in life. It might not be everything. And I learned if you have to aim, then aim right. I always believed one thing: why to be part of a gang of horses when you can own those horses?
Vijay Shekhar Sharma was quick to realize the potential of web-based content, and more than 2 decades back in 2000, he started 197 Communications to ride the dot-com bubble. Sharma built a platform which offered news content, cricket scores, ringtones, jokes, and exam results. But it was not all smooth sailing. He ran into cash flow problems, and in 2004, he had to sell a steep 40% stake in his company for just 8 lakh rupees to be able to stay afloat. 197 survived, but Sharma wanted more. So in 2009, he came up with his next big idea to disrupt the market: Pay through mobile, short for what we now know as Paytm, and it was an instant success.
I think I always had an urge to build one of the incredible brand out of this country, and the urge to build a consumer service and consumer brand name was so big on me that I talked to my board that if we take this opportunity and build a consumer facing product, would you be fine with that? And I think board was totally against it because they said that, Vijay, you're a great technology guy, you're a great salesman to the businesses, but we are afraid that you might not be a great brand builder. I sort of had an interesting conversation on the board where I said, I am betting my $1 million on the table that you give me a chance to create this, and if you think that it is not created, then you can take care of this money being distributed among all of you, these shares that I put on the table. So I suggested that we build a payment company with an anchor marketplace on top of it, and we'll be successful. So Paytm started with a single category of mobile recharge because this is the need that Indians had, and we wanted to solve the payment problem by solving the recharge as a first problem, and then second problem of building other payment and utility services, and then marketplace in due course.
Starting with mobile recharges, Paytm offered instant top-ups and cashback, winning over local kirana stores and their tech-savvy customers. Bill payments, money transfers, and ticketing soon followed, building a loyal user base across India's diverse demographics. But the big breakthrough came with the launch of its wallet in 2014. From 11 million users in 2014, Paytm got to 100 million by 2015. But in 2016 came two big events that came to define Paytm as a company, and both changed its fortunes significantly. First came the launch of UPI in April of 2016. Now with UPI came a payments wave like never before.
Today, the way we make any payment, be it to our electricity company, our kirana shop, or even to a taxi driver, is set to change. The unified payments interface of the National Payments Corporation has gone live today.
The second big event came on the night of the 8th of November 2016 when Prime Minister Modi announced the demonetization of 1,500 rupee notes overnight.
8 नवंबर 2016 की रात्रि को 12 बजे से वर्तमान में जारी 500 रुपए और 1000 रुपए के करेंसी नोट लीगल टेंडर नहीं रहेंगे.
Now this event changed Paytm's fortunes, giving its business an almighty lift. The cash economy was axed overnight, and people, especially small merchants, needed alternatives to survive. Sharma and his team saw the opportunity and they went for it. They ran full-page ads in the days following demonetization, praising Prime Minister Modi for taking the boldest decision in the financial history of independent India. While the stunt did not come without criticism, sparking political rumors and attack from the opposition, Paytm became a huge beneficiary of the move.
On 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. as we are talking about, I was surprisingly accepting an award for a disruptive startup from a news magazine. The first thing that I was thinking was that, does it mean that people will be allowed to do digital, and is that the only thing that will go for? And in our company, we have a writing on the wall that says, speed is our bet on the market.
Correct.
And for a startup, I believe the best thing that they can do is the speed as a differentiator from anyone else. This is a moment to acknowledge that it has been the biggest step taken by any government for moving the digital, because what will happen in next few days will be that everybody will scramble towards how to pay, how to accept payment, and people like us, like wallet and payments companies, will be the most important players in next few days. So I think the first line I quoted that day was, this is start of a golden age of fintech in this country.
The company's user base went from 140 million in October 2016 to nearly double the number within a year, and it continued to grow since. It rode on its success to launch the QR codes by 2015 and its payment bank by 2017, and thus the journey continued. The bank license was touted to be a game changer for Paytm.
This is an incredibly great opportunity for us as Paytm, such a young company, and trust that RBI has put in is immaculately lot. So we want to be sincere and hardworking towards every opportunity here. I think the country will see new blood, country will see new innovations, and I have a firm belief that technology companies can learn certain verticals sooner than that vertical people learn the technology. So there will be an edge there, but at the same point of time, I think there is a lot to be built there, reach, trust, scale, all sorts of challenges for us.
With the company's growing success came more investor interest. Giants like SoftBank and Alibaba flocked in, pouring in billions of dollars. Paytm's valuation soared to more than $16 billion by 2019, making it one of India's most valuable startups. And at the young age of 39, Vijay Shekhar Sharma became one of India's youngest billionaires in 2017. The dream of an IPO loomed large. In 2021, Paytm finally made its grand debut on the stock market. Paytm's parent company, N18V Communications, got listed on the Indian stock exchanges on the 18th of November 2021 after an initial public offering, which was the largest in India at the time.
जब भी कभी राष्ट्रगान आता है और एक लाइन आती है भारत भाग्य विधाता, तो मेरी आंखों में से आंसू आते हैं. It just overwhelms me. It just overwhelms me. Just saying these words gets tears in my eyes. Today is the day that many of us never expected to happen. Today is the day when a commoner surname seems like an outlier in this country. What a feeling. What a feeling. I believe that Paytm's story inspires and hopefully will inspire tens of and hundreds of millions of entrepreneurs this country will produce in years to come, that yes, they can do it.
But the euphoria was very short-lived. The issue was priced aggressively and concerns about profitability and competition cast a shadow. What followed was a devastating free fall. In a span of 1 year after the IPO, Paytm stock lost 75% of its market value. Investors raised questions about the lack of profitability because while revenues grew, so did the losses, and investors raised concerns about the lack of a clear direction for the business, about its scale and the model itself.
I belong to the opinion that people will take time to understand the business model. The fact that a payment company can do financial services like credit, insurance and wealth is something new to the Indian stock market or public shareholders at large. Over the period, it'll show up that what this business model's impact and scale is. So today's share price or any day share price will actually never be true reflection of our opportunity and our scale. And I believe that stock market in due course will learn at large, large number of people will understand the business model.
Even as Paytm tried to script a post-IPO turnaround, came the blow that sent shockwaves through the industry.
The big story this evening, the Reserve Bank of India has imposed major restrictions on Paytm Payments Bank, citing, and I quote, persistent non-compliance and continued material supervisory concerns.
It was a big setback for the company, but one that was prompted by a series of regulatory lapses. Now, the 15th March deadline to stop all banking activities for Paytm Payments Bank is over, and all that remains is a zombie version of itself. Its lucrative wallet business, housed in Paytm Payment Bank, is shuttered. It cannot issue any more FASTags, accept deposits, or open bank accounts. It's not just a direct hit from the payment bank, though, which reported a profit of just 2.4 crores in FY23, but the wider ramifications for Paytm's business. With its banking ambitions crushed, Paytm is now like any other pure-play payments company like your Google Pay or Phone Pay, which also offers a bunch of other commerce and financial services. As the dust settles, Paytm stands at a crossroads. It is a cautionary tale for the fintech industry and founders that growth cannot come at the cost of compliance. For Paytm and for Sharma, the focus will now be on rebuilding the trust of its investors and customers.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC-TV18 on all of our digital platforms.